Hi everybody, it's Amy and I wanted to do a video today. I picked up the new Eileen Hull Wrapped Journal die. It's an awesome die. It makes these cute little wrapped journals. It'll cut the pieces for that. And here you go. Up top here it shows you, you know, how it cuts. And so, yeah, it's a great little die. Now, the funny thing, oh, and it has all these coordinating pieces. I bought a couple. I got this movers and shapers insert. Let me take this out of the way. That cuts these really cute little flowers into your journals. Really cute. And what I mean by the movers and shapers die is this is the Eileen Hull die, and then it has this little opening here where you can drop in the little flower die and cut that cute little flower edge on your, you know, on any project really, but certainly on your wrapped journal. Love that. And then I also picked up the movers and shapers edge die to cut the scalloped edge on my journal. Same concept. It'll stick in this little tray here to cut your scalloped edge. I'm going to just make sure you can see that there on the die. It might be hard with the packaging. So I got that one too, and then I got one of the Thinlet sets that she has with this one with the cute little hearts. And this is really cool because you get like with this one you get 2 plates that'll cut the hearts, right? And then you get 2 frames. One's like a scalloped frame and one's like a just kind of a regular rounded corner edge frame. And it fits perfectly in your little wrapped journal. Now, I've been playing with this die, and like I said, the funky thing about this die is that it, you know, it cuts bigger than, the cut is bigger than 12 by 12, which is our standard scrapbooking size paper, right? So here's what I mean by that. This is a 6 by 12 sheet, and if I line it up with the edge of the die over here, you know, you can see that it's about 1 inch short. Let's see. Let me cut that. So yeah, so you see that's where it's kind of, the paper's kind of running short. Now it's like, okay, so there are options for dealing with that if you want to use your designer paper. Here's, you know, and I'll walk through a couple options. I actually love this one. I cut this cover with the new Prima Santa Baby paper. Isn't it adorable? It's just so cute, right? I love this die. And so, and then I also cut the pretty little flowers out. And so what I did was I just, like, you know, alright, if this doesn't cut, then I'm not going to have that. And so this is about, you know, what your journal looks like if you don't just use the die, use the shorter 12 by 12 paper, and just don't do anything about it. And the only thing I did was I rounded these short edges with my corner rounder to make them cute. And, you know, to make them, you know, cute and rounded like the rest of the book. And I was able to successfully use my flower mover and shaper die. I just thought that came out so cute. I love that. And I love the, let me kind of getting off on a side tangent here, but I have this amazing paper. Oh, I'm going to have to grab it because I highly recommend it. Here it is. It is this Tonic Garnished rose paper. Here, I'll try to show you. And this is just like the most awesome paper. It's just like the perfect rose gold color, and there's a lot of rose gold accents in Santa Baby, so you might want to pick that up if you're going to be working with Santa Baby on your Christmas projects this year. So okay, so that's you know what happens if you just kind of like go with the 12 by 12. And I have another example here. This one is not laminated, so this is just kind of like leaving your paper not laminated or protected. It's just literally designer paper cut with the die. This one I laminated it. The lamination, this is also equally cute. The lamination does make it a little bit sturdier, so you can put it in your purse and you know, maybe use it, you know, be a little bit more rough with using it. This one I would not put in my purse. It would probably disintegrate, but it's just so cute. You know, just so cute. And then over here where I did the mover and shaper, I you know, and I placed this that rose gold paper on the back. I then just kind of covered up the edges with some washi tape. So yeah, and I love it, and I think it's great just like this. I like the die just like that. But if you want the full you know, wraparound, you can certainly manipulate the die with the 12 by 12 paper to get that effect. And I was going to walk through with you today how I did it, and I'm just using like plain white paper to show you. Yeah, you can manipulate your die. Basically what I did was, you know, cut an extended piece and then attach the extended piece to the first piece, and, yeah, and then you get a nice piece that you come up with. So here we go. I will show you what I did. So here's the die. I am going to cut one piece from piece number 1 from my Big Shot, and just like this. And I guess I'll do that off screen because it'll be a little bit easier, I think. Hold on one sec. Okay, I'm back. I decided to just go ahead and cut it on screen. I got my Big Shot, and I have my first piece of paper laid down, and you can see I have my little edge here that's longer than the paper. And I'm going to put this down, and you know, I'm just going to run it through my Big Shot over here. I normally use a Tim Holtz Vagabond, but that thing's kind of awkward to film. You know, in this manner, film it from the top. Okay, so that's my first piece, all nice and cut. And then let me get my second piece cut. And I think you can guess what's going to happen next. We're going to cut the second piece from the other way. And I'm just, you know, since this is white, kind of like junk paper, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the full piece. That would not necessarily be necessary if you're using designer paper and you want to conserve your paper. But let me kind of get this piece cut. And yeah, and here's my second piece, and I am going to put this down off camera to get it out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to work, I'm back, and I'm going to work with my two pieces that I just cut. And this is kind of important. You need to make sure that you work with the cover piece for your, you know, your cover with the binding on the left. And here's your binding, and then this is where your cover wraps around, and then your other cover overlaps, right? The right cover overlaps. So you want to make sure that, you know, I would start with this piece of your cut and make sure you have the full piece for your left binding and your left cover. So I've determined that this piece is the short piece for the right cover and the proper piece for the left cover. And then this piece is the proper piece. It's going to, you know, likewise on the other side, you need to make sure you have your piece that's going to, oh, my camera's struggling a little bit to deal with the white, but you need to make sure you have your full piece on this side for your right cover. So, and that's this one, right? So, okay, so now what we're going to do is we have to kind of manipulate the score lines in this, in the die a little bit, and you know, you're going to need to do that with no matter, you know, either piece, really, I guess I'm trying to say. And yeah, so kind of like work on those score lines a little bit. Make sure they're kind of running okay. And get this one over here and this one over here. And then what you can do is, I'm kind of just fussing with it by hand at first, but then you can and then the score lines in this are a little tricky. There we go. And you get them kind of manipulated. Then do score line number 2. Get that one kind of manipulated. Then do score line number 3. This side has a lot of score lines because we're going to be doing this for a little while. that one. And we're going to want to get this guy. And we're going to want to get the final score line. We're going to want to get him too. And there we go. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and so that's your, like I said, that's your left side with your binding. Now this side's going to be a little bit short. You still want to, there's score lines over here that may be hard to see in the light. You still want to do those too. So let me get those going. Kind of work on those score lines a little bit. It might be easier if you kind of like even take, you know, I'm sure people have good tricks for this, but you could like kind of reinforce your score line, do it, just put it down on your scoreboard and do it again, and that sort of thing. And there we go, the last one. Okay. Now we have this piece kind of ready to go, and we have this piece, where we're really looking to use this side, and you have to make a decision here about where you want to cut it. On my end, because you're going to need to trim this down, and on my end, I cut it. Let's see, the one that wraps in. On the one that wraps in, I went all the way, so I left all 4. So I'm going to cut it on that 4th line. So here, let me get my paper trimmer out. I don't know if this will be totally visible on camera. And yeah, and then I'm going to want, like I said, you're going to want to cut it on that 4th score line, and this could be hard to see on camera, but I can see. So yeah, I'm lining that line up. Make sure I got it, because I don't want to cut it and like not and kind of mess it up. Okay. Okay. So now we got this. This is junk that goes in the trash. That's why I said you might want to not cut it at first. Okay, so now I have this piece that's left, and now I'm going to want to manipulate those score lines again for the wrapping. Okay, and then I'm going to take this piece, and now I got to get these two pieces kind of, you know, like married together. Now you have like a bunch of options at this point, you know, because what you're going to do is you're just going to connect this cover piece at the spine. Now you see this is the short spine, so obviously you need to cover that up. So this guy has to be on the outside. And then when you do that, you're like, oh dear, now I got this kind of like loosey-goosey hanging piece here. So you're going to need to do another trim. I just chose, you know, and this is what I mean by options, I just chose to trim it at right in the middle. So I'm going to do that on my sample. I'm going to trim it down right in the middle. So here's my trimming tool back again. And then, you know, we're trimming. This is the piece now that we're trimming, the left cover. And we're going to trim it right in the middle there. I'm going to trim it at that middle one. Whee! It's hard to see for me. Probably can't see it at all, but let me get it. See, I think I got it. Okay, so we're going to trim the middle one. My trimmer needs a new blade. Let me try again. Okay, here we go. Put a little elbow grease into it this time. Oh dear. Alright, so of course when I go to shoot a video, it's like, it's done. It's toast. So I'm going to cheat here. And I'm going to cut it. But you would get a much cleaner edge if you, well, you can cut it. It's okay. You get a bit cleaner edge with the scoring tool when it has a good blade. Okay, so I'm going to come over here now. I got this my left cover. This is my right cover. And now, you know, I need to adhere them together. So you can, I think you can really do this either way. You can do it on the outside like I did, which is, yeah, how did I do it? Yeah, I have it on the outside, and I kind of screwed this one up on purpose for demonstration purposes, but you know, that's my outside edge there where I attached the front piece to the left cover, the right cover piece to the left cover piece. You can see that. So I did it on the outside, but I think it worked on the inside too if you prefer, you know, doing it that way. I think would be fine. You're just going to have, the difference is your edge is going to be here. So I'll do it that way this time since I did it the other way the first time. And then you're just going to want to use your score tape. So I'm going to put the tape down. Let's see, I want to see something. Okay, so this is, I'm going to put the score tape really close to this edge here of this piece because I want to make sure that I get a nice tight seal. So excuse me if my head or stomach or other body parts are kind of entering the video. It's definitely a home production. Okay. And a little bit over the edge there, so let me pull it in. Okay. And I'm going to cut that. My scissors are all disgusting today. I've been crafting, working with this new die because it came in and I was so excited to use it. And then I'm going to do this one. Same deal. I'm going to kind of do it tight to the edge here. Get that over there. Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah. And now I have my pieces there. Let me trim that. I only have a little bit extra. And now I'm going to take those edges off. Let me use my little pokey tool here. And I'm going to take this edge. Oops, maybe not. And that one off. Okie dokie. And now we're just going to line this up. Line this piece up, right? So you can use your designer paper. Now, if you use designer paper, you're going to have to be very mindful of pattern, and that's what it looks like on the inside. Before I talk about pattern, so that's the outside. It looks, you can hardly tell, and I put the red line tape really close to the edge here, so that it's down. You know, it's really, I think that helps conceal it. On this one, like I said, I purposely screwed it up and didn't put the tape there, so you can see if the tape's not tight, you can get kind of like, your edge is less concealed and you can kind of get muffed up. So, but that's that one. This is the one we just made, and it looks amazing. Okay, it looks really, really perfect. I am going to say, and then there's that edge again that we just did, and from the inside. I'm going to, you know, in terms of the pattern paper, you know, you're going to, you know, as you saw, you're manipulating these two sheets quite a bit. You're going to want to make sure that, you know, when you're using pattern paper, if you're using pattern paper that has a facing direction, like up or down, you're going to need to make sure that, you know, this piece, you know, you have the pattern you want on that's going to, you know, ultimately wrap around, that you have it kind of lined up in the die, that the piece you want to, and the pattern you want here is here, and that it's right side up. And then, you know, and then this side should be good, but since you're kind of manipulating it and coming up with this kind of additional piece, you're also going to want to make sure that, you know, you cut this piece so that it's right side up, you know, and that also the side that you want to appear on this side, so that it's continuous, is on the outside, and that the inside is on the inside. And then you're also going to want to make sure when you're kind of cutting this piece that you cut it at a spot where the pattern really kind of lines up good here, and it lines up pretty good in here, so that it looks as continuous as it can. And you can do little things like, you know, you could obviously conceal the edge or whatever. Here's this one. And you can do things to kind of conceal the edge a little bit on the inside, washi and other camouflaging materials, but yeah, I think that's it for today. I hope this video is helpful. Maybe I can come back with a part 2 where I do this with a pattern paper and you can watch me struggle and it'll be funny. I will come back with a project share for the ones that I'm working on now. I have to say this Prima Santa baby paper is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Oh, and you know, and one more thing that I'm reminded of, I did laminate this. So if you would like to laminate this one too, it's like approximately 13-inch one that you created, you can absolutely do that. You just need to use this product. It's or it doesn't have to be this brand, but you need a thermal laminating pouch that's going to do the 8.5 by 14 pouches. And I have the Scotch ones, and then this will absolutely fit in the 8.5 by 14 pouch, no problem. And you absolutely can, after you've laminated, you absolutely can get some flexibility to, you know, manipulate, you know, to wrap your journal. It will absolutely work, because I did it. I think I used 3 mil, because I think that's like slightly thinner than the 5 mil, and I think that'll probably work better. No, it doesn't say on here what I use, but I think these are 3 mil. So, you know, I think the 3 mil would work better on like a wrap journal like this. So, thank you everybody. Have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Bye.